All right, everybody. What a day. We have had such a fantastic time at the open house on promoshow.com. If you're watching this on Promo Corner's Facebook page or over on Promo Show's Facebook page, head over to promoshow.com. And as I make it active right now, we've got a midday stretch with Roni Wright that she's going to be doing with us. And when you head over to promoshow.com, go and see a bunch of those amazing suppliers that are live face to face. Like, we actually get to see people's smiles. They're not masked up. We don't have to worry about any cross contamination or anything because this is all virtual, but it's the same human interaction. Speaking of human interaction, we need to give those bodies a rest. So Roni, go ahead and take it away.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, guys, if you have a chair, let's use that, and then we'll do a little bit of standing stretching, and we'll also try to come to the floor if you have room. Hopefully you can see me. So I've got a little ottoman here. We're gonna sit down. So I want you to have your feet firmly on the floor, your knees about hip distance apart, and your hands right gently here on your, just resting on your lap. Sit up really tall. So this is the most important part of our yoga practice. Actually, we're not even going to call it yoga. We're going to call it taking care of, like this, taking care of our foundation. So as we're sitting here, I want you to press your feet into the floor, press your sits bones into your seat, draw your navel in, drop your shoulders down, and then reach the crown of the head. So be careful, we're not stiff here. We want to just get the body in a nice aligned position. And then I want you to place one hand on your heart and the other one on your abdomen. And we're going to do just some simple breathing. Breathing is our prana, our energy, our life force. If we don't breathe, we don't survive. So it's essential. But when we're practicing today, we're going to control the breath. In other words, as opposed to it being automatic, we're going to force the inhale and the exhale. So sit up tall, press those feet into the floor, and take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. You can close your eyes if you want, or just gaze gently off the tip of your nose. Inhale and exhale. You should feel a little bit more relaxed with each forced inhalation. So inhale and exhale and repeat. Inhale and exhale. So you'll notice as we go through some of the movement today, I will say, okay, let's inhale now, or let's exhale, but all the times in between, don't hold your breath. So make sure you keep breathing. All right? So sit up really tall, allow your hands to drop by your side. And as you inhale, reach the hands up so that the palms end up touching over your head and gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, hands down, look off the tip of your nose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Two more times. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to add to that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So reach those hands forward as you exhale and drop your chest onto your thighs. Take an inhale, sweep those arms back up. Exhale, hands by your side. Let's repeat that again. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, fold over, allow the head to relax. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that two more times. Inhale and exhale. Let the head relax. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. And exhale, arms down. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more energized and relaxed. And so now we're just going to do a simple twist. So take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right knee, and take the right hand and place it behind you, wherever the chair or the wall is. And then you want to turn and just gaze over the right shoulder. So we're going to hold this position and we're going to breathe while we're here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the head only to the front, and then exhale, release. So we're going to do the other side. The right hand on the outside of the left knee, the left hand behind you, wherever that hand has a place to hold on. Take an inhale and exhale, twist and gaze over the left shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, eyes front. Exhale, release. Awesome. Take your hands at your heart center and press those palms together for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cross the right arm over and then just gently open the back of that arm. You know, we're sitting in front of our computers now so much. It's important every 15 or 20 minutes to just move, whether you get up and take a short walk, or you do some of these stretching exercises at your desk or on the floor, whatever's comfortable. And release. Now take the opposite arm and just gently give that body a gentle stretch. You don't have to always pay for a chiropractor or massage therapist. You just do a little bit of prep work or yoga, whatever you want to call it today. You know, technically, the word yoga means union, and it's the union of body, heart, soul, mind. And we're doing yoga just when we're sitting and breathing, intentional breathing. Let's take our right hand and reach it down. And as we reach it down, we're going to inhale the other arm up. So if you can touch the floor and then gaze up. So you want to feel a nice long stretch, but don't lift that hip up off that chair. Press that hip down. So you've got a reaching and a reaching up and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. We're going to reach down. At the same time, we're going to reach up. If you can touch the floor, you can give yourself a little bit more pressure to reach up. So as you're reaching up, reach down. Look at that hand for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale up. Exhale, release. I'm going to turn sideways here. So place yourself on the edge of your chair, your couch, wherever you happen to be. Please, if you have wheels on your chair, press it up against the wall so that you don't go sliding, okay? We don't want any accidents here. We want to make sure we're mindful about the space that we're in and that we're careful with, especially with wheels. So place your hands on your mat, on your chair, on your sofa, wherever you may be. Press your feet into the floor and then lift your hips up and let your heart go back. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. And then just shake your arms out a little bit. We're going to do that one more time because we want to open up and lengthen that front of the body. Again, we're constantly over this way with our computer. So we want to make sure we open our heart and we open our chest. So again, take your hands behind you. Take an inhale and an exhale. The next inhale, press the feet and the hands into your furniture, into the floor. Let your head drop to the back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Fabulous. If you have a pillow or a block or a towel that you can roll up, I want you to place it between your knees and just press your legs together. Sit up really tall as you're doing that and make sure you're still breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your block. So take your right leg and cross it over. Okay, so a lot of us, we sit, we cross our legs. For this particular case, we want to flex our foot so our ankle is just above the knee, so it's on our quad, and we're allowing this to fall open. Now, if there's any pain or discomfort here, make sure that keep that knee up, but the idea is to open up the hips, the hip opening to help with stress, to help with tension, to relieve any kind of anxiety that we have. And so if this is your edge, and again, the other thing about practicing any type of yoga is that we have to be mindful of our bodies, because my body doesn't look like yours and your body doesn't look like mine. So we have to be respectful of our body. So if this is where you are for today or up here, that is perfectly where you need to be right now. If you are not at your edge and you want to challenge yourself, or you want to go a little deeper, we're going to add a forward fold. So forward fold. So your arms could be down by your side or in front. I like down by my side, especially when I'm sitting on a chair. And just breathe. So the idea is we want to find ease and stillness and comfort, or as one of my yoga instructors says, find comfort in the discomfort. And inhale up and exhale, release. Have to do the other side, so flex that left foot, place the ankle just above the knee, and allow that knee to open up. Again, if you feel any kind of discomfort, you can elevate that or even put a block underneath to allow yourself something to press up against. But just try to find a place where you are holding this position, but you're relaxed, that you're not all tense, but just nice and relaxed. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And if you want a forward fold, I'll leave that up to you. So just a gentle fold forward. Nice, easy hip opener. And breathe. And release. And relax that. So I'm going to move my camera. We're going to do a few things standing. So I'm going to move my little ottoman out of the way. And hopefully you can see me here. And again, thank you so much for joining me today. So we're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart. This is equal mountain pose, or in Sanskrit, Samastitihi. So lift up on the kneecaps, draw the navel in, just allow the bum to flatten down. Don't tuck it under, but just allow it to flatten down. Allow your shoulder blades to draw together. Your hands are by your side. Your chin is neutral. The crown of the head is reaching up. Even though we're just standing here, this is a pose. And a lot of times we return back to this. So if at any point you feel that you're losing your breath or you just want to stand still, this is a wonderful way to practice, and also just gaze off the tip of your nose and breathe. Beautiful. And just like we did when we were sitting up, we're going to inhale the hands up, and the palms are going to touch, and we're going to look up. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, and we're going to bend the knees and allow our head to reach towards the ground. Then we're going to put our hands on our thighs, and we're going to flatten our back. We're going to exhale. We're going to fold again, relax the neck, relax the knees, and then press those feet into the floor as you reach up. So I'm going to move back a little bit here so we have a little bit of more of a camera angle here so you can see more. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep those arms up, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, come to that starting position, Samasthiti, or equal standing pose. 2 more times. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands by your side. Last one. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale, hands by your side. So a very important part is balancing. And it's so important to practice balancing, whether you hold onto a table or a wall or try to challenge yourself. So we're going to do what is called tree pose. So tree pose can be done with your foot just touching the side of your calf, or it could be up here. And really all you want to do is find a place to balance. So if you start losing your balance, just come down and then come back up again, and just place your hands here, gazing off the tip of your nose and finding a steady place on one foot. And then of course we have to do the other side. So take your opposite foot and press it into your thigh and breathe. Gentle. And remember, if you fall out of it, just get back in. Not a contest. And then come down. So if you're comfortable, I'd like to do a couple of things on the floor. So if you can come down and sit on the floor, you don't necessarily need a mat. You just need the floor. I'm happy to be sitting here. So simple seated position can be difficult. And I encourage you to practice sitting and getting up. If you have blocks or a pillow or a towel just rolled up and your knees are not touching the floor, elevate your knees. It feels really good to do that. And again, we want to find a place that we can relax. And if your knees are just up here floating around, you're not going to be able to relax and be comfortable. So grab a pillow, grab a towel, anything to place under your knees if your knees are not relaxed to the floor. Now, I'm not in any kind of a lotus position. I'm not crossing my legs. They're just open here in front of me. And we're just going to do a gentle forward fold. So I'd like for you to keep the heart lifted. So I don't want to see the roundedness here, okay? We're doing that all day long in front of our computer. So keep that chest open. Gently walk forward. Make sure your sits bones are not coming up off the floor. Keep them down. And if you can, put your elbows and rest your elbows. Beautiful. Or if you would like to take those blocks and keep your elbows up and just rest here. So we want a long spine from the tip of the head, the crown of the head, to the spine, nice and long, not rounded. So draw those shoulder blades together. Keep that heart open. Gaze off the tip of the nose and breathe gently. And a couple more breaths. Beautiful. And inhale, come up. Now, twist over to the right side. Same thing. Walk those fingertips down. Try to keep that heart open. If you want to fold all the way over today and see how that feels, that's okay too. It's your yoga practice. You get to do whatever feels good. Yogi's choice. Couple more breaths here. Remember, the breath is the most important part. It's the thread that brings us together energetically and spiritually. And to the left side, and breathe. I know for me, my both sides feel totally different. So I like to pay a little bit attention to that. And inhale, come up. Put your fingertips on either side. Reach that left arm over and stretch over and gaze at the palm of your hand for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale up. We got to do the other side. Inhale, reach. Gazing at that fingertips for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale up. And now we have to do our twist position. So take the left hand and place it on your right knee. Take your right arm behind you. Inhale and exhale, gaze over the right shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head first. Exhale, release the body. Take the left hand, hold on to that, or the right hand on the left knee. Your left hand behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist, gaze over the left shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. So I'd like for you to draw your knees in and try to balance. So my tippy toes are off of the floor. And then just hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're going to move into boat pose. And so the arms are straight, or if you need to hold them by your side, and just lift the knees up so the toes or the bottom of our leg, the shin part, and the calf is parallel to the mat. And then just try to keep that chest open for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release 5. So come to your hands and knees. And we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow. This is everyone's favorite. So on your inhale, arch your back and look up. On the exhale, round the body. Allow the neck to relax. Take an inhale and arch the back. Exhale, round the body. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the body. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And then come back to neutral. Take your left arm and thread it between your leg and your arm. And then place your left ear on the mat. I know this is kind of a funky and awkward position, but it feels really good to stretch the back, be somewhat inverted, let a little bit of blood into our heads, and then press up, back to hands and knees. We're going to take that right arm and we're going to thread it between, and we're going to place the right ear on the mat for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale back to hands and knees. So we're going to do what's called a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes. And all I want you to do is send your hips up and back. You don't have to straighten your knees, but I want pressing back so your spine is long. So if you're going to go skiing or sledding, it would be a nice straight back. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back down to hands and knees. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press back up to your downward facing dog and pedal those feet. Just pedal. Allow yourself to be comfortable upside down just for a couple of breaths. And both legs straight and reach those heels towards the mat or the floor. Take an inhale and exhale. Come down to your hands and knees. Now, sit back on your heels. If this is uncomfortable, grab a block or a towel and place it between your heels and your hips. You'll find that many of us are tight in our quads in the front of our body. So it takes a while for the muscles to become pliable. So you have to know where you are today. And we're going to come into a gentle child's pose. So the legs are together. The hands go back with the palms facing up, and the forehead reaches towards the floor. And allow the shoulders to relax and breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale up, exhale, release across the feet, and sit back, reach those legs forward. We're doing okay? Hopefully, we got just a couple more little asanas or poses, and then you'll be back to work, won't you? So inhale, sit up really, really tall. This is called staff pose. So similar to our mountain pose or Samasthiti pose, this looks like a resting pose, but it's not. Your feet are flexed. You're drawing your navel in. Your thigh bones are pressing into your pelvis. Your shoulders are down. The crown of the head is reaching to the ceiling. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to do a forward fold, but I want you to bend your knees. And I want you to wrap your arms around so your chest is touching your thighs. So no matter how much you have to bend your knees, I want you to reach your chest. And then very, very gently, just straighten those legs a little bit, but keep that chest touching those thighs and go to your edge and stay there for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, release, exhale down. Last one of the day before our finishing. So bend your knees, take your hands behind you, fingertips facing your body, and have your hands, I guess, about 6, 7 inches from your body. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, press your feet and your hands in tabletop position. For 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale down on 5. Hug those knees into your chest. Pat yourself on the back. Good job. And to finish, come to a comfortable seat. Place your hands over your legs, but we're going to touch our index finger and our thumb together. The other fingers are straight, the arms are straight. And then our hands are just resting gently on our knees. Drop your chin slightly, but sit up really tall. Draw that navel in. Draw those shoulder blades together. And we're going to breathe 5 times here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place your hands at your heart center in what we call Anjali Mudra, in a gesture to pull together our energy, our community, and bring kindness and love and compassion within us and to all we come in touch with. It has been my privilege and an honor today to practice with you today. The light in me acknowledge and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Awesome. So awesome. Much needed. I know that 30 minutes, it just totally changes the way that the rest of my day is going to be. So Roni, thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Awesome. All right, guys, we will see you at 2:30 for our second round of trivia and giveaways. We'll see you then.